I was really contemplating this video because I am kind of nervous to be in front of the camera, but I figured why not, because it's something that's in my heart and it's something that I feel that everyone at some point or another experiences, and I don't think it's fair to just keep it to myself. And first I want to say to my beautiful daughter Bella, and I know you're gonna watch this one day, and I hope you know that I'm so thankful for you and I couldn't ask for anything better. And to my husband Nico, thank you so much, because you're amazing and you constantly remind me of everything good in me, especially during the times where I feel like there is none. And I really wanted to just share this aspect of my life, because I feel like most of the times that I've talked to you guys, or that I've opened up about anything that's going on in my life, in our life, I always do it in a way that it's not all the way raw. And I think that at this point in my life, being a mom, being a wife, being a sister, being a friend, a daughter, I began to realize how human I am and how much different life changes affect you. And certainly for me, this past couple of weeks have been really tough, because I wear a new hat now. I'm a mom. Before I became a mom, I was a daughter, a sister, and a wife, and that on its own is a lot. It's a lot to take on. And in the past year, my anxiety has been the worst it has ever been. And I would be lying to you guys if I didn't admit to you that there has been times where it's been anxiety mixed in with depression, with just so much. And I think that being the type of person that I am, I always try to be very positive about life, be very positive about any form of adversity, and I tend to do very well. But I think that just recently, and with the holidays coming up also, it's been hard being away from my friends, being away from my family. And although Nico and I have created our new family now with Bella, we're both very big family people, and so this will be our first Christmas being on our own, like with our own family and whatnot. My anxiety has been so bad to the point where I am very forgetful. I am constantly anxious about things that like I normally would not worry about, and I feel like there's not even enough time in a day for me to like do all the things that I need to do, and that causes even more anxiety. And I was telling Nico that I feel like I'm a bad wife, because there's so much going on in our lives right now, and I feel like I need to keep up, and sometimes I can't keep up. And I think that I cannot be the only person that feels like that or that goes through something like that. So the reason why I actually wanted to get on here is because I feel like there's so many of you who watch our videos, and I'm just as human as you guys are, and Nico is just as human as you guys, and I don't ever want anyone to feel like my life is perfect, and because it's not. It's far from it. But I'm very thankful for my husband, because he constantly encourages me to not beat myself up, and I think that that's my biggest setback. And I think that we tend to do that a lot, But I encourage you not to do that because it hasn't worked for me, and it certainly won't work for you. So I think this is my way of saying life is gonna throw different curves at you. Life is gonna throw different challenges at you. You're gonna go through different things. It doesn't matter how old you are. There's gonna be things in your life that are gonna feel like they're too much. You're gonna go through new experiences, and it's gonna feel like you have no idea what you're doing. Kind of like how I feel with Abella. I don't really know how to be a mom. I'm learning as I'm going, and sometimes it's hard to learn as you go when you're constantly comparing yourself to someone else. And I think that as humans, and with social media being such in our faces all the time, it's hard not to do that. And I fall victim of that, and I encourage you to not do that, because like I said, things like that don't work for me, and I'm realizing that now. But I guess it takes moments like this for me to really take a step back and look at my life and see everything that I am doing good, and not just focus on the good, but also realize everything that like is not going good in my life, because that makes me a better person. Me overcoming different challenges in my life makes me a better person. And I don't want anyone to ever feel like you're alone, because I'm only 28 years old, but I know that at some point everyone goes through something hard, and it's very hard to just plain out and say it. And me sitting in front of this camera and sharing this with you guys is my way of telling you to not be afraid to speak up. If you are having a hard time, talk to somebody. If you feel alone, like, call someone. If you feel like you've wronged someone, apologize. If you love somebody and you haven't told them in a long time, tell them that you love them. And I think that as I carry this new like role as a mom, Abella, like I want to be the best that I can be for you. And I think this world is a really tough world, and it often teaches us that being vulnerable and crying and expressing your emotions is not a good thing, but it is a good thing. It's good for your soul. It's good for your heart. So I don't know if I'm making any sense. I don't know if how you guys will take this, but I hope that as this holiday season comes up, or as anything else in your life comes up, that you really remember that you're not alone in anything that you do, and you always have someone there. And Nico just reminded me of this today, because sometimes I feel like no matter how much I talk to him, or I call my mom or my brothers, praying about it is the only thing that keeps me with hope in a way, because there's a lot of things that my husband can't fix for me, or my daughter can't fix for me, or I can't fix for myself. So for me, that's the one thing that keeps me going. And I hope that you have something that is positive and that is healthy for you, that keeps you going. And just remember that nobody's perfect, and life is really gonna test you sometimes, and you have to keep going, and you cannot give up on yourself. And and thank you, Nico, for always being so good to me, and to my parents, who are so amazing, and I miss them, and my brothers, and Nico's side of the family, who's been so wonderful to me, and to my beautiful daughter. Please know that even when you feel like there's no hope, there is always something good to look forward to. And I guess that's part of my message to you guys, that even though like I'm going through a hard time right now and there's a lot of things that I feel not so good about in my life, there's so much in my life right now that I am so thankful for. So please, if you find yourself in a tough situation or anything, know that it's temporary. Just like this, for me, I know things are gonna get better, and I know that it's not always gonna be like this. So I look forward to that, and I hope you guys have an amazing upcoming holiday season. And thank you so much for everyone who's always so positive. The last thing I want to say is, please share this with somebody who needs to hear this, who needs to know that they are not alone. Anyone who may be going through a hard time, just remind them that everything gets better. It takes time, and regardless of where you are in life or where you may be watching this from, I hope that this brings you hope. I hope that you continue to fight for your happiness, because happiness is not something that is just handed to you, and you are responsible for your own happiness. So I hope this helps. I hope you like this video. I hope that you can share it with someone, and that even if it changes someone's life, it was worth me sharing with you. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.